There are not many performance opportunities bigger than performing at the Super Bowl. You have around 15 minutes to perform for over 150 million people, and most of the time the performers do pretty well, but there have been some total failures over the years. Welcome to the Outside Scoop, everyone. Every week we give you videos on anything and everything that we think you should know. So if you enjoyed today's videos, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of whenever our next video goes live. After that, listen in as we discuss 10 of the worst ever Super Bowl performances. At number 10, we have the Black Eyed Peas. In the 2011 Super Bowl, the Black Eyed Peas walked into the stage in a tacky and distasteful robot suits. So off the bat, the tone was off, and it peaked when they performed a cover of I've Had the Time of My Life. This is generally regarded as the worst halftime show ever, and a performance we all wish we could forget. At number 9, we have Gloria Estefan. The 1992 Super Bowl is generally felt as the turning point for halftime shows, as the people finally wised up after the failure to impress that year. The Winter Magic theme was missing its mark in late January, and things got so bad that viewers were switching channels to comedy specials. No one wanted to hear Gloria Estefan's rendition of Winter Wonderland when the tree was already down. At number 8, we have Patti LaBelle. Now, the disaster of the 1995 Super Bowl was not Patti LaBelle's fault. She was perhaps the only redeeming quality of it. But the entire set design and theme for the show was Indiana Jones, and felt very awkward as backup performers imitated scenes from the popular movie. Harrison Ford was not present for this, and it's probably for the best as his Super Bowl performance is not something he'd want on his record. At number 7, we have Snoopy. Yes, in the 1990 Super Bowl, famous Beagle from the Peanuts gang comic strip Snoopy was there on the field performing along with the Mardi Gras style theme for the performance. It's something that only people under the influence of drugs would believe, as watching it felt like a bad trip. At least they didn't ask Snoopy to try singing as well.
National Historical Landmark, celebrating 100 years of Mississippi.
At number 6, we have the Blues Brothers. It was the 1997 Super Bowl, and one of the original Blues Brothers was already dead, but the other remaining unfortunately still got on stage and passionately performed famous blues classics. Rock band ZZ Top did come in and try to save the show, but to no avail. It was a tragic and slow burn for the audience who couldn't wait for the performance to end. At number 5, we had Maroon 5. For our number 5 spot, we thought it was only fitting to put the complete failure of Maroon 5's 2019 halftime performance. Having Adam Levine performing was like trying to revive some of the past glory days, and felt even more sad when SpongeBob SquarePants decided to show up as well. Levine did some wild stuff, especially while performing moves like Jagger, and it sealed the deal that this was the performance that no one wanted. At number 4, we have The Who. In the 2010 Super Bowl, the band, whose name is just a response when people heard they would be performing, The Who performed in one of the laziest halftime shows ever. The British rock band had no idea of what a Super Bowl should be, and fumbled any chance at looking cool worse than the Colts did that year. At number 3, we have Janet Jackson. The 2004 Super Bowl will always have a place in history and had a terrible fallout even after the teams came back on the field. Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction was a career-ending moment for the pop star who had 20 years of hits. It also almost ended Justin Timberlake's career, who was also present on the stage at the time, but he would eventually come back for a banger halftime show in 2018. But Janet Jackson's stardom had ended in that 15 minutes. At number 2, we have Shania Twain. You could almost be forgiven for forgetting Shania Twain's 2003 Super Bowl performance, as it was overshadowed by the awesomeness of Sting and Gwen Stefani. That's just covering up how absolutely sad it was watching Shania Twain perform. It was so bad that the cameraman decided to close with close-ups of the guitar player rather than the pop singer. And at number 1, we have New Kids on the Block. The 1991 halftime show felt more like a Disney Channel commercial break rather than an epic performance. Filled with cheesy costumes, boring music, and an out-of-place children's choir, the Super Bowl halftime show that year would signal to the Super Bowl organizers that the performances in the years to come would have to straighten up if they wanted to create crowd pleasers.
Really think it's just
That's it for today's list. Do you know any performances that you'd add to the list? Make sure you tell us down in the comments below. Don't forget to also subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our next video, and we'll see you then. Later!